In this chapter, we looked at parenting and unparenting objects in the hierarchy. We also explored the physics system in the Unity editor, and finally, we constructed our Zombie Toys level. We started out by parenting objects here in the hierarchy. To parent, take an object and drag it on top of another object. I've parented level bounds to the floor by dragging it under so that level bounds is now a child of the floor object, as are floor and floor sides. This is very useful for organizing a scene where you may have hundreds of objects that are easily parented under a master for easy selection. To unparent then, drag an object that's a child out from under the parent into a clear space in the hierarchy. In our exploration of physics in the Unity editor, we looked at colliders and rigid bodies. The physics system allows physically based interaction of objects, allowing objects to bounce across the floor, for example. Colliders for us allow us to determine if an object will react physically in the game world. Additionally, the isTrigger checkbox in a collider allows us to trigger interactions based on objects passing through that collider. We looked at creating prefabs of our objects, adding on colliders, and pulling them down into the prefabs folder and environment. We looked at optimizing our colliders, using the simplest colliders possible on an object, and sizing them so that we don't get any inadvertent clipping by other objects. Finally, we looked at the design of our Zombie Toys level, starting with a brief analysis of different level designs and what the different game mechanics do to influence the design of a level. We looked at bounded and endless levels and touched on the notion of proceduralism. Then we created our Zombie Toys game level, taking the prefabs and snapping them together, beginning with the walls and floor and adding in the large game props. Finally, we added on level bounds, adding in here invisible colliders that'll keep our player from falling off the edge of the floor. In the next chapters, we'll add lighting into our level and then look at light baking, really bringing this level to life and light and making the lighting in the level a vital part of the level design.